to Sylvia the Storyteller. If this is your first time coming and you really like my story, please like and subscribe. The subscription box is down below. Also, if you already subscribed and you like my story, thank you so much for supporting. And I really wish that you will enjoy my story and have a good time listening to it. So today I'm going to talk about my 3 weeks volunteering, working, and traveling in Costa Rica. I will start from how I got in this program. So I was volunteering with youvolunteer.net. I will help you volunteer abroad. You pay some registration fee, and they will contact the local companies or organizations with you, and the accommodation and food is also provided. Well, the varies between program, but you volunteer, they have all accommodation and food, they included in the registration fee. I really want to go to Costa Rica one day. I don't know about the country at all. I don't speak their language. I have no friends going there before, so I don't know what's going to happen. When I check that program, I see, oh, they have programs in Costa Rica, and better than that, guess what? They have animal conservation job in Costa Rica. Well, growing up, I always wanted to be a zoologist, and this is a perfect chance for me to actually go to this country and work with wild animals. I mean, how can you find something better than that, right? So I was so excited and I applied. I got in, and so basically how it works is that you hand in a application form, you give it to them, and then they will call you maybe after I guess 1 or 2 days. It's pretty soon for me, to be honest. And then they gave me a call, and they was asking me a few questions, and they just connect me to some real person. And if I have any question, I can just go and ask him or her. And after that, I was also connected to a local, I was passed on to a local organizer. So the person who works in Costa Rica and who works with the animal conservation program. So I got an email from that person and stating and telling me about all this things that I should take notes for, and what should I pack, how could I prepare everything for this trip. In my pre-requirements is I should speak basic Spanish, but I don't really have any Spanish skills at all. I do try to learn some Spanish before I go, but I don't think I'm I'm not even beginner level Spanish. I'm beginner level. I still go regardless. So I went there on December 16th, and I go back on January the 7th. So I stayed there for a total of 3 weeks. My program it only lasts for 2 weeks. So how it works is I just take a good flight. I actually booked my flight on Student Universe. Another advertisement here, Student Universe is so cheap. Especially if you're a student in North America, then you can get a good deal on it. It also depends on time and stuff, but if you can just do your research and you'll find a great deal. And then about my flight, I went there, and so I was so nervous when I was on the flight because I arrived one day early before the program starts, so they can't really pick me up at the airport because the program didn't start yet. The program starts every Friday, but I arrive on a Thursday. So they asked me to find a place to live in San Jose, the capital city. I booked a hotel online, and then from that, I have no idea what to do because I don't know how to get from the airport to the hotel. There's a decent amount between that. I don't know how to get there. Also, I don't speak the language. I was hoping that Costa Rican people, the Rica, they can speak some English. I thought they do. But when I arrived here at the airport, when I was trying to buy some pita to eat, I was so hungry. They don't even understand what I'm saying, and I don't understand them. They don't understand me. All I say was "Can I have that?" And they were like, "See, see, see." Yeah, it's just so confusing. But thankfully though, Costa Rica people are just so nice and just so um how would I say it? They understand that you may have difficulty and that they really willing to compromise for that. So that is amazing. I also met a super nice lady. She worked in US, but she was like traveling back for Christmas to visit her family in Costa Rica. So she is originally from Costa Rica, and yeah. So I was asking her all those questions, like what should I do, where should I visit, and she actually drew a nice, cute little like map. From the map she drew, I attach here. It's like she just told me like everywhere I can go, I can visit, or like what attractions are there, something like that. It's actually on the yeah, it's like on the paperback that you have on the flight. You can see that here. I attached it here. He wrote a lot for me actually. It's super fun. Oh, this is my journal by the way. I love it. It just help me keep track of things and help me clear my mind when I'm doing it. So I recommend everybody to actually keep a journal to yourself. It really helps you um like figure out what you actually want for your life. To be honest, yeah. And after that, so I talked to a lady like, oh, I asked the lady how do you know how could I get to the hotel after I arrived in San Jose, the capital city, and she was like, oh my niece is going to pick him up at the airport. I can ask her to give you a ride. I was so thankful. Like, I mean, everybody, you can imagine how thankful I am, right? Because if you just met a stranger and she's willing to help you out from this whole mystery, like in a foreign country, that's so great. I was kind of nervous though because I know I shouldn't be like just trust any stranger and just go on her car or something. But because I was talking to her for hours and she's super nice and she gave me her Facebook, so like everything just make me trust her. So I was like, maybe I have my gut tell me that she's not just like a random bite person. I believe she won't hurt me. Um, so I was there at the airport waiting for the her niece car, and they drove me to the hotel. Super nice. They also helped me talk to the hotel owner because they don't really speak English and I don't really speak Spanish. But they helped me figure it out, like where should I live? Like I already book online, stuff like that. And then I live in San Jose for my first night in Costa Rica. Oh my god, it's so exciting and I was so nervous at the same time because I know I was living in San Jose downtown and I know it's a place where there's a lot of like robbery, stealing, like a lot of crime happening. So I'm just so afraid. I didn't went out at all during the night. I didn't talk to people in the lobby. I was just staying in my room for the whole night, and I was skyping with all my friends and my family, just like so I know I'm with somebody, kinda in a way, you know. I was like, oh, if I didn't call you back in a few days, please like contact the police because I'm like kidnapped or something. They were joking, like my friends are like making fun of me, but my family, my mom is super nervous and she was worried about me. Um, but it's good. After that night, that is like the worst night pretty much in Costa Rica. After that, the next morning is so beautiful. The weather is really sunny, and there's like blue skies, white clouds, and there's like a large coconut trees with beautiful leaves. Um, and yeah, I was going out. I was like, I wake up like at 9 and then go out at 10 to just visit some museums nearby, and just everything's so perfect, especially because I study in Canada and it's so cold during Christmas. But like in Costa Rica, just so nice and lovely. I feel like, oh, thank you God for letting me actually be in this beautiful place. So I visit Museo Nacional. Museo Nacional is like a national museum in Costa Rica. It's pretty cute, and like when I went in, there's um, like a room for like butterflies. It's just so beautiful, and there's a fly around me and everything. It's like a great first impression of the country, the city. And then I go to like the central market to eat. I also had trouble ordering food or anything. I was just like standing there and be like, can I have that? Like whatever the guest is having over there, I want to have that thing. Like it has chicken legs, it looks nice. I guess it not doesn't poison me or something. And they asked me if I want to have a drink. I don't know what drink they're having. So I just said C for everything pretty much. They gave me a white drink. It is so good. Like, it is the most delicious drink I've ever had in my life, to be honest. It's called Waka Waka. It's like a fruit juice. I don't know if we have that in Canada, but like I know what kind of fruit is that, but I never know I can actually make a juice from it. It's just so delicious. It's just called Waka Waka. So if you go to Costa Rica and if you want to have a nice drink, go for that. It's like kind of alcoholic, but it's not really. There's no alcohol in it. It's just like the fruit itself. Um, maybe like it digests a little bit and has some little bit alcohol in it, but it's not even that people put alcohol in that kind of thing. Um, and then yeah, and then I was staying there with the museum, eat, and then I go. I was trying to go to the Museo de Jade, so the Museum of Jade, and but then my coordinator he called me and be like, oh, we're going to be here in your hotel, so like meet you like in 10 minutes or something. So I went back and then I saw him. It's so nice, and he was actually so fun and like he was like welcoming me with a huge like hug, big hug, a huge smile on his face, and I just like him immediately. And then I was talking to the taxi driver, and I was talking to him. They were teaching me like some Spanish word. I actually okay. This is my biggest life achievement. Is that I learned how to say the Spanish thrilling tongue. The I'm so proud of myself right now. On the taxi, like for 10 minutes. Like I've tried that before I came, but like I never can get it. People say like you have to drink some tequila, but like it doesn't work for me. I don't have tequila either with. Um, but I learned that the thing in Spanish, so that means pretty much I already mastered the language. We went to the volunteer center in Saint Roman. Um, it's another city and it takes like 1.5 hour driving there. I recommend everybody to go visit there though because it's not like a actually attraction any attraction there. There's not much tourist place to see there. Just like small normal city. It's actually called the city of poet. So there's a lot of Greek poet that was born there. And no, I was staying there and have dinner and meet. We pick up another volunteer at the airport. Her name is Stephanie, and we were talking and went to the volunteer center and we lived there and talk and have dinner. The dinner is so good, and it's the local lady. She cooked for us like 3 times a day, kind of thing. Like they hire her in the volunteer center to like cook and clean the house and stuff. So I live. It's like a dorm like thing, and then we live there. And next morning, my coordinator just show us around the city, and I was actually dancing. There's like a live band there, and I was like dancing and stuff and eat. Just so much fun. I love it. Just one of my favorite day in Costa Rica, to be honest. I was staying there for like one day actually, and the next morning I go to San Carlos. This is where I started my volunteer um, like journey, I guess, in the zoo. Okay, so when I go to San Carlos, it's a totally different city than San Jose or San Ramon because it just so it rains a lot. Because during when I came there in December, it's already their dry season. It doesn't rain at all, pretty much in the two cities that I went before. But in San Carlos, because there's so many rainforest, it just rain all the time. Like I remember when I was working at a zoo, the zoo is also kind of like a rainforest. Um, I remember it's like every 30 minutes or something. Like it just have a huge pouring rain from the sky, like from out of nowhere pretty much. I don't know how the sky have so many water in it. If it's keep raining, you know. So I was wearing a rain jacket that I actually borrowed from my friend, and I was wearing that, and then rains like once in a while. But it's cool. It's nice. It's not like that bad. It's not even that hot, so it's pretty nice. Yeah, I remember the first time I see my local host family. I was like, "Hola, me llamo Sylvia. Yeah, me, like working here. I'm just like like making up things like whatever I know. I just like combine them with like English words, Spanish words to make them understand. Like I want to eat. I'm like, oh, like dinner. Like I don't even remember how to say dinner now in Spanish. Well, I remember I know some words like in Spanish before. I was just making baby words. Most popular food in Costa Rica is pinco, which is bean with rice, and they combine like they just been combine pinco with everything. Pinco with chicken, pinco with meat, pinco with like pork, like oh some meat I've never eat before. But I don't want to figure out what I'm eating because I don't want to gross myself out. So I just don't ask and eat it because they're pretty delicious anyway. So I don't really care. Um, yeah, the only thing is I don't have that much vegetables, which is weird because when you think of Costa Rica, it's a country with a lot of like, fruit and stuff. It's a tropical country. They should grow a lot of fruit and vegetables, but they don't really have that much in the meal. I have some like um okay, I don't remember the name of it now. It's just a fruit. Like I have some fruit, like a lot of stuff. Oh, they have bananas. They cook bananas, and yeah, they cook bananas and they combine with your rice, and it's actually pretty delicious. So I went back every day, kind of thing, and I worked there for like 8 to 3 or 8 to 4, and I feed animals, clean their cages, um, feed them, hug them. There's actually such a cute little baby animal that I like to hug every day, and she loves me. She's so cute. She's my favorite animal right now. It's English, like her name in English is like Kincacho. I don't think most people know the animal. Her name in um Spanish was like Chichara, I think. Yeah. But I name her Honey because I know in China it's like honey beer. I also like that's the name in Chinese for it because I have studied this animal before, and I also know there's also like a nickname of honey beer in English for her, so I call her Honey. It is so cute. He doesn't bite me; it's like baby, so he doesn't like just like kiss me and time stuff like that. And yeah, so I also feed like I also feed like wild pigs with like papaya and stuff. Yeah, they eat a lot of they most of the animal eat papayas actually. They eat a lot of like fruit and stuff. The birds, everything. I feel like the thing with animals in Costa Rica is that the whole country is owned by animals, not humans. So that's why animals just actually enjoy themselves a lot, and we're just like visitors or we're just people who take care of them. They're not afraid of us. It's not like zoos in other countries where I've seen that animals like are constrained in a cage and they're just for like demonstrating other human beings. They're actually living their life in the zoo and the people just taking care and feed them. um yeah, so I was there working for 2 weeks. I make a few friends and I had my Christmas Eve at a host family, which is really nice. They like just like a lot of like relatives coming on Christmas Eve. Although we can't really like talk like like freely, but we make effort. We talk with body language. We talk with my limited Spanish level, and they know more English than me. To be honest, like they know more English than I know Spanish. So we can try kind of talk. And there's also a guy from the family who actually learned Mandarin. So I was so excited, and he was actually trying to talk Mandarin to me. He was like, um, like hello, how are you doing? My name is like some basic stuff. I'm so happy. Yeah, there's one drawback from my trip is that the dad in my host family is just so like it's because they have like a few dogs, like four dogs in the family, and I feel like bag is it smells like dogs. Like I love playing with dogs, but like I don't like sleeping in dogs bed kind of thing. It just smells like dog bed. It's like fur in it on it, and there's like a lot of like bed bugs on the bed. Like I can understand because it rains a lot and it's hard for stuff to dry, but like I don't want to sleep in that environment in a way. I have like a lot of like bed bugs stuff. Like I still have them here, as you can see. Like there's just a lot of okay, the light is not good, but like you can kind of see like right, this shows scars left out. I already left there for like 40 days and still have that thing. Yeah, and that's the bad memory in it, but otherwise it's pretty good. After that, I went to, you know, Cubas, right? Cubas is just a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful place where there's more seas and there's a lot of place. I read some books and stuff. Um, in the country, and we went to sea, and I was like the first few days I was spending with my three other friends who is like from local from the like the local country. They're Costa Rican girls, and there another one Stephanie I made from the volunteer program. I like went to um the sea is so beautiful. We're just chilling, eating, talking, to enjoy the vacational life. Pretty much, it's pretty nice. And yeah, we also went to volcano. There's a beautiful volcano there. Like one thing that attracts me about Costa Rica is that their geometric feature is pretty varied. Like they have high mountains, they have volcanoes, they have forest, they have like waterfalls, they have like valleys. This is just a lot of things to see for such a small country. So it's just super nice. We I think I covered like the bottom half of the country, but there's another part of the country that I would love to go back and finish seeing them. Here's what I draw like a map of Costa Rica, and as you can see that I like that's my travel like trip. Like I traveled here, 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 but then otherwise, this is a huge place to visit. There is a huge uncharted region for me to discover, so it's nice. Um, I didn't spend that much for the trip. It's kind of maybe a bit more. Let me see how much. In total, I didn't spend that much for the trip. Because I paid my program fees like 1,400 or something like that. That include my accommodation and food for 2 weeks. I work in St. Carlos. My flight was like around $600 back and forth. Otherwise, I spent like around another $1,000 just traveling around the country and stuff. So that's not that bad for 3 weeks, but I feel like I can also save up on a lot of a huge portion of it. So if you're traveling by yourself to Costa Rica, you can check out like say couch surfing or like I don't know like I don't think you can do au pair because it's only in Europe, but maybe other stuff that you can do for free. Airbnb is also a good option. It's just a little bit expensive for me. Um, yeah, things like that. So it just great experience, and I hope everyone who's interested in it and just actually finish watching the whole video, which is a long one, to it. You can actually learn something from this video, and I hope that my experience can also encourage yours and actually put maybe a little seed in your heart that you may want to travel one day to a foreign country and experience and do something that is totally different from what you have ever done before. All right, thank you for listening, and I hope you have a great day, and I will see you next time. Bye.